The air backstage hung thick with the scent of dust motes dancing in a shaft of golden light, and the echo of a half-remembered aria. Tonight's Don Juan was meant to be a glorious premiere, the culmination of months of meticulous planning. Instead, Luis Pires, executive producer, found himself trapped in a nightmare. Enrico Moretti, their enigmatic lead tenor, lay sprawled lifeless on his plush velvet chaise lounge, a look of surprise frozen on his face. A half-empty champagne flute sat accusingly on a nearby table. Poison, the doctor confirmed with a grim nod. The silence was deafening, a stark contrast to the expectant murmur of the audience mere moments ago. The house lights remained stubbornly down, the weight of the situation pressing down on Pires. The police wouldn't arrive for a while, leaving him, a man accustomed to the chaos of high-strung sopranos and demanding directors, to navigate this operatic whodunit. On the floor, crumpled beneath Moretti's outstretched hand, lay a single sheet of paper. With a tremor in his fingers, Pires unfolded it. It was a page torn from Lord Byron's Don Juan, the very opera they were supposed to be performing, with a single line meticulously highlighted. Canto 14, line 3. For me, I know naught, nothing I deny dash. Admit, reject, contemn, and what know you? Except perhaps that you were born to die. And both may after all turn out untrue. An age may come, font of eternity, when nothing shall be either old or new. Death, so called, is a thing which makes men weep. And yet a third of life is passed in sleep. Pires' breath hitched. Was this a clue? A final, desperate message from the fallen Don Juan himself? The highlighted line, nestled amidst the poem's passionate verses, seemed to mock him with its ambiguity. Suicide? A morbidly theatrical farewell. It didn't sit right with Pires. Moretti had a crucial meeting with a renowned music producer scheduled for the next day, a meeting that could have catapulted his career to stratospheric heights. Suicide seemed unlikely. 4 figures stood amidst the backstage chaos, their expressions a tapestry of grief, shock, and something more unsettling, suspicion. Elena Rossi, Moretti's personal assistant, her youthful facade cracking under the strain of the situation.
Signore Pires, this is unimaginable. Enrico, he was more than just my employer, he was a friend. Suicide? No, it can't be. He was so excited about tomorrow's meeting, a chance to finally break into the international scene. He last saw him just before the performance, his usual charismatic self.
Lord Ashcroft, a stoic British aristocrat occupying the coveted box 5 in left rows, a central location on the second balcony.
Tragic, simply tragic. Moretti was a powerhouse on stage. Suicide. Preposterous. A man at the peak of his career wouldn't throw it all away. Besides, the performance was about to begin. Highly unorthodox timing for such a drastic act, wouldn't you agree? I was settled comfortably in my box, eagerly awaiting the maestro's first aria, when the news broke.
Chloé Lapointe, a French-Canadian socialite shrouded in an air of mystery, her seat nestled in the opulent confines of box 3, somewhere in the center seats.
Such a waste. Don Juan, poisoned on the eve of his greatest conquest. Ironic, wouldn't you say? Suicide? Perhaps a touch too dramatic, even for the flamboyant Moretti. I was engrossed in the program, not nestled in my box, when the commotion began.
Lastly, Signore Maldini, a ruthless Italian businessman, his steely gaze fixed on the lifeless form of Moretti. He occupies a single seat in box 1, towards the back of the first balcony.
A deplorable waste of talent. Moretti had the potential to be truly remarkable. Suicide? A foolish escape for a man with such a promising future. I was analyzing a rather lucrative deal over a glass of champagne in the bar just before the performance when I heard the whispers.
Pires listened intently, his mind sifting through their alibis and veiled pronouncements. There is something about the note on the floor. Could it be a critical clue to point to the killer, or was it a suicide? What do you think? Tell us your theories on the comments section below. Who done it?